Ghost SOP. So when do we use this? Whenever a lead ghosts you. So whenever you had someone that was supposed to pay, that was ghosting you, you're supposed to have a check-in call, they didn't respond. This is when you use this. So yes, you can have more sales calls, you can do more outbound for sure. But if you've been an offer for at least like a day or two, you already have a pipeline. So you can use this, actually almost force you to go through this SOP right after this video, start implementing. Okay, so we're going to go through some principles and then some tacticals, exactly what to text, exactly what to do. Okay, so people forget and shit happens. So if someone doesn't respond to your text or call, take emotions out, just follow up. People get busy. Okay, and it's better to do a quick call than texting or email for most cases because it's a lot easier to address and resolve concerns or questions which they could have rather than trying to objection handle over text. Better to do it on a phone call. And this is an important mantra. You'll close more deals and make more money by being pushy, aggressive, and needy than being timid, passive, and non-persistent. Okay. There's a saying that I learned from a dating coach, which is it ain't easy being sleazy. So if you feel like I think I'm being sleazy following up, or if you feel sleazy and don't follow up, you make no money. That person's not being helped. But if you just go through just own the thing and actually follow up with them, then you'll have a better chance of closing that deal and helping the other person. So what would you rather choose? Like put the ego to the side. And follow up with everyone forever, always. I learned this from Matt Ryder, this saying, just follow up with everyone forever, always. Always. So Ryan Serhan, who's a real estate agent, he's been a $1 million listing, very big dude. And one time he followed up with the lead every Thursday for 7 years while the lead never replied. So imagine every Thursday you text this lead, hey, how's it going? How about this? How about that? And when the lead finally replied, and he was sending them like educational stuff, right? He's in real estate, so he was sending them like how the market's going, market trends, like some educational stuff. And when the lead finally replied after 7 years, and he was like, hey, I was busy, sorry, for 7 years. So he sold one house to the guy for like 16 mil and another one for his ex-wife for like 30 mil. So you can imagine the commissions on that. Okay. So imagine, but if he didn't follow up, and the thing is, those pile up. This is how you build a pipeline, right? Because you don't do it just with one person, you do it with everybody. So eventually, people didn't close on the first call for whatever the reason is, whether it be they didn't have the money or they didn't think it was the right fit or they didn't think about it. But later on, they start to get more educated with your business's content and things like that. Like these are going to just close a week, a month, even a year after, right? I've had deals where the lead ghosted me. So I called them, I texted them, I followed up them 27 times, and they never replied back to me for 27 times. And when they finally picked up the phone on the 28th try, I sold them something for 30K. So you do that with every lead, and you're just going to increase your commissions, right? If I didn't do the follow-ups, then I would have lost out on probably 8K a month in commissions. That's 100 grand a year. Okay, and that's based on like my tracker and things like that. Now, and also be omnipresent. So if they don't reply on your text or call or email after 3 to 5 times, find another ways of contacting them. A common mistake that a lot of closers make is like, oh, I called them a few times, but they didn't respond. I don't think they're interested. No, like they may be interested. It's just that they just need more top of awareness. You just need more touch points. They need more education and things like that. They need a bit of a nudge. So if they don't reply on these usual platforms, then you find their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, office number, whatever it may be. You can even show up at their work. Matt Ryder actually did this one time where the lead he was selling business coaching and he was a dentist, the lead. And then the dude just goes to Matt. And so he found out where he worked. It happened to be like down the street from him. He showed up to the dentist, sat on the dental chair, and was like, hey, buddy, you remember me? And the dentist was like, what the fuck? And then Matt sold him while he was on the dentist chair. Okay, so that's what you do. It's not sexy, but that's what you do if you can. Now, the cadence and the frequency of the follow-up. So from day 1 through 7, you do it once a day for every 24 hours. Okay. After day 8 through 14, then you do it once every 3 days. Okay. And then from day 15 to 21, once every 7 days, once a week. Days 22 to 28, once every 14 days. Day 28, so on and so forth, once every 14 to 28 days, depending on the situation. So it doesn't have to be this rigid, but tis typically the cadence that you want to follow. Okay. Now let's go into the SOP. Exactly what do you say? Okay. So on day 1, you call them and what you say on the phone depending on the context, right? So if it was just a matter of like, hey man, I need to get the money together, tomorrow I'll have the money together. All right, cool. You call them and they say, hey man, dude, how to go with putting the money together, right? But they don't respond, then you send them a text. You send them a question mark. That's it. Let's say they don't respond after that, 24 hours after that. Then you call them, they still don't answer. You text, but you use a bit of humor to kind of break the ice. Now, how do you do that? Something you can say is everything good? Starting to wonder if you got abducted by aliens or something. Dot, dot, dot. I learned this from Kyle that I used to work in the same company in my first sales job. Some people get a good laugh. They're like, haha, no, I'm still here. Okay. After that, 24 hours after that, you can send them a meme or a GIF, okay, a light version. So you call them, no answer. You can text them a meme or a GIF, okay? So you can say something like this. This is my go-to one, Pablo Escobar, just waiting on the swing. There's also a GIF version on Facebook and things like that. Also, you can add this one. So one of the two. It's like a polar bear kind of like sitting the way the ice to melt. Some people kind of laugh and like they respond, and then you can call them there. And then on day 4, you do the Uncle J, which is I tried getting back to you, but didn't hear back. Dot dot dot. Skip 2 lines. Where should we go from here? I'll be available just a little bit today. And also, you just send the same thing over email. So no subject line. Reason why is because I found that they're more likely to open because there's no subject line, so it seems more formal, not like a marketing email. So Jack, I tried getting back to you, but I didn't hear back. Where should we go from here? I'll be available for just a little bit today. So this is a Jeremy Miner signature that people respond also as well. Now, day 5, meme or GIF. This is more medium, like more, I guess, quote unquote aggressive. So you can send this, which is like a skeleton waiting. Or also you can send this one, my strong meme game. You're not replying, right? Okay, on day 6, you can send a client results, okay, to get more social proof. So you call them, still don't respond, and then you send them like a screenshot of a client win, right? So if you're selling like a biz off, for example, and then hey, this person got to like 10K a month, right? A testimonial, the more tangible the outcome is, the better, right? Them making money or the whatever the desirable outcome is. Send, and then you can say 10K a month in 30 days made me think of you. Send. So result in time frame made me think of you. Okay, so this will get them curious as well. This is like, oh shit, I want that. This will get FOMO. Let's say they still don't respond. You call them, no response. Then you can send them a video, like an educational video relevant to their situation. So based on the sales call you had, if they were struggling with a particular thing, then you can send them a video on that, right? So when I was selling sales training at 7th, what I'll always do is if they're struggling with think about objections, I'll send them a video on think about objections. And then you can leave this text as well. Or if it's like, for example, if you're selling Airbnb BizOp and they don't know how to find the right market, find the right location, you can send them a video on that, right? Or you can send them an article. If the influencer doesn't have that, be resourceful, right? Being a successful sales professional is about being resourceful. Don't say, I can't, or this doesn't work because of XYZ. Say, hey, how can I make this work with my situation, right? So be resourceful. If there wasn't content on my influencers like social media page, I made my own content. Like I made them a Loom video, right? And I made those as a lead magnet to get my own leads as well, to farm Facebook groups and things like that. So this is how you create opportunities, especially if your calendar space is looking empty right now. Okay. So you send them a video and you say, video on how to get XYZ outcome or solve XYZ problem. Just gonna leave this here in case I can't get back to you again. Hope you have a great week. So this just conveys that, hey, I don't need anything from you. And then oftentimes they'll be like, hey, thank you for sending it over. And then you call them and now you're back in the conversation. Okay. So it can be like video on how to get the right pricing strategy for Airbnb, video on how to get the right trade ideas, whatever it may be, right? So send them that, boom, send. And then after that point, day 7 plus, at this point, now you just want to start being on the channel. Okay. So you keep calling them, contacting them from different platforms, social media, find their Facebook, find their Instagram, you can hit them on WhatsApp also, add them on WhatsApp. Okay. And also value-driven follow-ups are good. Like send them videos that are personalized to them because that'll help them overcome their particular concerns. So if they had concerns like, but I don't know if Airbnb will work in my city because it's too saturated, send them a video that's not true. So helping them overcome, like break misconceptions and overcome objections. Okay. And if it's like a trading thing, and if they're saying like, yeah, I don't know, I think trading is like too risky, then you can send them a video, or you can ask the marketing team or the influencer, can we make a video on this because it comes up quite often to, pre-handle or handle those objections, right? You can communicate with that. And so, if the lead said, I don't know if this will work for me because I have no business experience, right? Then send them a video of your influencer going over that, or have them go over it, or you make a video yourself, or you send them an article, right, from Google. So better if it's a client case study of a video who had the same objection, but they jumped into the program and then they success, because now they're like, oh, other people had the same situation, now they can overcome it, right? Now, if no answer on the call, just text, email, right? Video. One of our clients, Jack, got to 10K within 90 days despite having no experience. Remember you mentioning that, so thought it could give you some inspirations. So your value-driven follow-up, right? It's like boom, 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 and you just want to rinse and repeat. Okay. So just because they said no the first time, or like they didn't respond, don't give up. Just keep following up. And so, action item for you is go back to your pipeline and then send this out, like mass text it to all your no sales, like right after this, at least to 10, 20, 30 people after this. Go do that right now, because if you don't do this, nothing's going to happen. But if you do this, some people will respond and you can get back to the pipeline. Okay. So go implement this, and in the group, share what happened. And if you get any questions, all right, talk soon.